Hi guys, Ru251 here doing a review of the Ru251 spahpanzer and the AMX 1390, which were the two choices that I was looking between for the light tank mission 15 towards getting the Stug IV. So we'll have a look at why I didn't choose the T54. Well, essentially the power to weight ratio is only 22.6, whereas the others are roughly 23, 24. They're better, and it's got no camo, whereas the others at least have some camo rating. So that's the reason I chose between the AMX and the spahpanzer. So let's have a look at the other two in detail as to why I particularly chose the spahpanzer over the AMX 1390. Well, it's a nice looking model, as you probably see. It's a really nice tank in my anime garage. Yes, I do like anime things. This is a lot of fun, and yeah, so it's a great garage to have and review tanks in. So the Ru251, I've got the crew set up and equipment. So let's have a run through what I've got. Commander's got situational awareness 51%, snapshot 50%, off-road driving 50, and camo 51. After the review, I looked at it and thought, well, possibly better if I'd had more in the way of camo, because with everything moving and the view range is changing in the next patch, camo and view range are going to be more important than the other aspects, because direct damage dealing, as opposed to is not going to be so valid in the next patch, apart from taking out the other light tanks who will be doing your job. So that's the only time you're really going to need it, is take out the other light tanks to allow you to do your job, spot for the team, and be able to move forward. So the equipment that I've got on this is coated optics, tank gun rammer, and vents. After this, I realised that maybe I should have actually had, instead of the rammer, gone for a camo net. Right. As for consumables, I've gone for chocolate, large repair kit, and first aid kit, because I found that the crew can get injured, so it's an issue. Having the extra details of the first aid kit will actually help the crew to survive longer, and something to stop the tracks being damaged and other parts of the tank is always very useful. The AMX I've had longer and been working on longer. So I've got the commander, who's got they've all got brothers in arms. He's got recon. The gunner has got snapshot, and the driver has got smooth ride. I haven't gone for the enhanced speed, because the AMX is slightly less accurate on the move and its speed. So I've gone for that to actually improve the situation. Right, let's have a look at the tanks in Tank Inspector. Right, it's quite a nice looking tank. Have a look at the armor profile from the front. Basically, it's pants, 27mm. But if you can get in a held down position at this sort of an angle, you're looking. The tracks can start to eat from shots from about 100, the equivalent of 100mm of armor, going up to 170, 180. Some places actually not easily. No, I've noticed before that there are places on here which are up to about 220mm at the right angle. And the gun, so let's say if it's pointing towards you. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's up to about, so between 100 and 180, 90, 200mm equivalent. And the turret can have the equivalent of, if someone shoots directly towards the gun, of about 270mm. Which is phenomenal, but normally you're only looking about 50, so you're not going to bounce anything. So you need to hide this area, which is very light, but if they hit your tracks, then you may well get a bounce. As opposed to the AMX 1390, you're only looking between 100 and about 120, 160, so an extra 40mm possible equivalent armour from the sides. with the RU than the AMX. And the gun mantlet, you can get a similar bounce area, but it's the rest of the armour's down. So the reason, so look, yeah, lots of red, but it's hardly any armour at all. So basically, the armour on this thing is negligible. So I'm having problems with my system. Bear with me a moment. There we go. Turn the get the nice picture. Let's have a look at the review of the actual details between the two tanks of why, with these setups, I chose to go with the RU. Let's have a look at the penetration. Yep, an additional 20 mil of penetration, which is very nice. Damage per shot is the same, but the DPM, damage per minute, is actually up by 1,193, almost 1,200 additional points of DPM. Yeah, you hear it right. So extra 1,200 to almost 3,000 points of damage per minute, which is phenomenal. Up for anything, you know. And that's just what it can deal, not spotting or anything like that, just what it can deal on its own. And that alone is one factor that would make you want to choose the spahpanzer Ru251 over the AMX 1390. So yeah, let's have a look at in more details. Reload time, rate of fire is up, so the gun shoots the same, it's got more penetration, but it's got a higher rate of fire, and it's got an extra 5 shots. So the AMX has run out of shots. You've got a larger capacity for ammo, so you can actually go on killing even longer. Shell velocity is the only thing you lose. You lose 125 meters per second velocity. So yeah, you have to lead the target more than the AMX. So that's the only downside. So but bear that in mind. Right, scouting. It's got view range of 476 as opposed to the AMX has got 485. Well, that range, it's still phenomenal. So yeah, you could look for more boosters for your view range. You may be able to do that, but camo could well be the way to go with this as the whole metagame's changing. So I'm going to be moving more towards camo on the light tanks because that's what you need to do, and that's going to be its role in the future. Signalling, 814 for the AMX and 792. Well, and the map sizes, you better spot and relay any information. There's no difference. Accuracy, 1% difference. It's negligible for the year, but the aim time is quite significant. You're looking about a quarter difference on the aim time. So you can, with the spahpanzer, you'll be able to aim faster. So yeah, that is an additional help. So more DPM, and you can aim faster and be on target quicker. Well, yeah, it's a no-brainer. So shooting, that's over 10%. Over 10% quicker aiming reticule, coming back onto the target after each shot. So if you're on the move, this is better than the AMX. So yeah, looking at these, this is the reason, including all the spreads, the only time that it's a problem is moving at full speed. But if you look at the speed, we'll have a look at that in a minute. It's got an additional boost of speed over the AMX, so that's why you're moving even faster. So you're less accurate because you're going that much faster. Right, let's have a look at gun elevation. You've got an additional 5 degrees of gun elevation, which is phenomenal over the AMX. Sort of 13 is okay, but 18 is awesome. Now, gun depression is an issue. The AMX has got 6 degrees, and this has only got 5.8. Well, that's negligible. But if you look at looking over the sides, this has got more. I think it's an extra 2 or 3 degrees if you fire over the sides as opposed to the front or the rear. So if you turn the turret to the side, fire down that way, you can actually get on target more. So that's very, very useful. Right, turret traverse. It's you lose 3 degrees to only 49. Only 49? That's very, very high, as opposed to the AMX being 52.3. And the chassis traverse, it's got an additional 4 degrees, so your chassis is faster. So if you're not tracked, your body can turn more faster than the AMX by an additional 10%. Okay, power to weight ratio. Yeah, the power is not so important, but the specific power 23. You've got an additional 1.1. So that's nice to have that additional speed over your opponent. The benchmark chassis traverse, yes, the 40 to 44, but your speed forwards, instead of the AMX's 64, this has got 80, so it's an additional 16 kilometers an hour. So you can just move around the battlefield so much easier than your opponent can. And reversing, it's 23 instead of 24 instead of 23, so you're even faster reversing. And some tanks, you can actually reverse faster than they can move forwards, which is fantastic. So it's a great little light tank. Terrain resistance, it's hardly any different, so 0.015 to the AMX. On medium terrain it's the same. Soft terrain it's 0.096, so that's not a great amount. Braking, yeah, that is a notable difference, so it will noticeably stop slower. Right, it's going to be more expensive to run. Germans to French usually are. The tanks are more expensive to buy. Shell price is more expensive by 75 credits, and the damage to cost ratio is about a third worse, and the repair costs on average cost 1,880 more. Right, survivability, hit points. As you'll see in the review, this 100, it's got an additional 100 points of armor, of health. So the additional 100 you'll see in the review is significant and made the difference between possibly staying alive that little bit longer to be able to get the additional points to do the 4,000 spotting damage and to be able to do the tracking damage. So that's made of the hull, an increase of 80 on the hull, increase of 20 on the turret. The ammo rack is less well armoured, so less healthy, so you get ammo racks more often in this as opposed to the AMX. But the engine is significantly tougher, the tracks are the same, and the gun is slightly better, and the optics are slightly better, so those will be taken out less often. The gun and all the rest of it are not, well, basically there's hardly any armour apart from the areas that I've shown. Right, let's so don't rely on your armour at all. So yeah, just angle, and maybe you will get a lucky bounce like I did in this replay. I got 2 bounces, so yeah, I was lucky in that review. So let's actually have a look at the review. I'll just call that up and we'll get on to the tank review. Right, here we go, let's get into this review. Right, we're on Fiery Salient. It's a 40% chance. Oh dear, so it's not going to be good. And you're up against an AMX 1390, so someone else has gone the other way and gone for the 1390. Right, I'm planning on going over to the one line to do my scouting over there. Let's speed this up a bit.
Let's get this show on the road.
And you can see it accelerates quite quickly. So you're up to 60 kph, 65, whereas the AMX would have been left behind. So I'm moving up so that you can relocate and move around the battlefield very, very quickly. Right, we're in forward spotting point on H1. See what we can do from here. Didn't want to be spotted because I expected them to rush forward to try and get spots on me. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Set up in the bush, ready to... Okay, no one was coming. Time to move forward. Sadly, I knocked down a tree, so some arty may have spotted me, so that was a mistake. So watch out for knocking down things, unlike what I did. AMX is circling, trying to get spots. So he's going around. He really wants to spot me. He wants to spot us, ready for his team to take out. Well, that's what I could do, but I decided to be a passive spotter instead. He's getting close. And I've spotted the IS-8. He's... oh yeah, taking him down. And yes, I was spotted. But, did you see that? IS-8 shot in the side, and it just took out my tracks. Now, I said about how bouncy this was, and how at the right angle you may get the right outcome. Well, that's what just happened. We just took an IS-8 shot, one of the with one of the best guns in the game that hit the side and it did nothing. So that's just phenomenal. So yeah, IS-8 shot in the side and just took my tracks off. I just missed him as he's getting away. Now I'm feeling a bit vulnerable right now, as you probably would. And then the VK 4502B hit me and did 316. Didn't soak that one.
Target lost.
Right, I've used the repair kit to get out of there. And Artie just pegs where I was. How lucky was that? So yeah, have those repair kits and get out of there. So I moved as soon as he was dead, and I thought that I hadn't been spotted. So I'm getting out of there. 25, 26, 27. Changing positions, moving. Shots going in. Oh yeah. Get some vengeance on that bad boy who took my tracks off. Naughty thing. So I'm relocating. And the mods I've got show the location of where the shots come from, which is quite useful sometimes. So yeah, I'm moving up to a forward bush. Oh, and he's taken my track off again. Yes, this time he did damage. And the VK's hit me, but he bounced. So, not only have I bounced a VK, I've bounced the IS-8. So, two of the toughest tanks in the game, with two of the best guns, have bounced off the side of this light tank. Yes, look at the dust, look at everything, just as he's taking my tracks off. And now I'm in the open. I haven't got a repair kit, and I'm feeling very, very worried right now. But I'm still spotting. I'm doing my job, and he's backing off because he's scared. I miss. I tried to get a shot on him, so forced him away.
Where'd they go?
Right, tracks up and get out of there. Get out of that position, because Artie and everyone else is going to be targeting it, because that's where they know that I were. Right, now I think I've disappeared. Spot the AMX coming across. What you need to do is just keep ahead, keep spotting. Your job, it doesn't matter whether you die, your job is to spot the enemy. Okay, now we spotted the AMX. ...281 metres away. He must have sixth sense, because he's backing off. He's realised he's been shot. And all those hits going in as a direct effect of you spotting him. And he's not looking this way. He hasn't spotted me yet. And he's still trying to get away. Oh yeah, another 460, and he's down to 143. The team are really trying to get him. Right. Are you over there trying to scout? So it's 1-0 at the moment. Just keep being passive, stay there. Right, now I've actually spotted that VK that caused me so much damage earlier. And there's another light that's just appeared over there, the Bulldog. Oh yeah. Nice, guys. Very, very, very good. So that's what you do. You passively spot. So that's why camo is going to be so much more useful in the next patch when the view range of other tanks go down. You're going to be the spotters, so you need to get used to it. You're not there to deal the damage. That's for the rest of your team to do. So it's up to you to spot for the team, and you can get massive amounts of XP. But it needs to be reflected in the WN8 score, because how this went, I should have had a great WN8 score, but I've got 0, and all this spotting. So somehow they need to link, if they can, what you can actually do. There's that AMX again. Look at all the damage he's taken, and now he's gone. Right, 3 kills, and 3 kills to 1 now. So it should have been good, but we've got a whole team on the down the 1-2 line, basically, and then they're pushing over the hill.
Target lost.
All right, so spotting this side. So this stage it looks good. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, looks like we're going to win. Oh, percentage chance of winning. Are you still trying to find me? He's scouting. IS-4 over there. I'll do a review of that very soon. There we go. Spotted the 4502. He's realised he's been spotted and he's backing off. Let's see if we get some arty shots coming in on him. I don't want to fire and give my position away. So that's the worst thing this far ahead. And stupidly, my team are pushing up. We've got no spots. They've got good tanks spotting with nice long-range guns, and the team's pushing up. So they force me to move. So I push up because my stupid team have forced me to move up because they're going to move and endanger themselves. So I move forward because they forced me to. I didn't want to. Their team were moving up. We could have won this. So my tomato team have decided to push up with no view range, nothing spotted, and I moved, and the IS-8 has spotted me because my team forced me to move. Ouch.
Critical hit.
Now, there I am on, as you can see, 94 hit points. If I'd been in the AMX 1390, that would have taken me out. So the difference between choosing this tank and the other tank would have meant that I'm alive and able to spot more and do more damage. But I wouldn't have been in this position if my team hadn't pushed forward and forced me to move to scout for them. So, yeah. So I would have had a bigger game, a better game, so I'm spotting him, helping do more damage. I'm moving.
We're immobilized.
Being immobilized. Now that was another shot that did 76 points of damage, so that's 2 shots that I've taken that the AMX wouldn't have been able to take. So I'm still on 18 hit points, still rolling, and I've fired and done a crit on his tracks.
I don't see.
And he's taken out by the
We're
team
dead
before
for.
they get me.
Everyone get out.
But it was down to the team actually not being the best, moving forward, being lemmings on one single line, not defending the east, and then pushing without having me scouting for them. So from this point they went on to lose because they'd lost me scouting for them, and they thought they were going to win, but they noobed it up and lost the game. So give me a minute, I will call up the post-game stats, and we can have a look at where we are. Right, here we are with the post-game stats. As you can see, I completed the primary mission and secondary. The primary was to do 4,000 of spotting damage, and I managed to do 4,065 even with such a lame team. And secondary condition, spot a vehicle or destroy its tracks. Well, I took off the tracks, that IS-8. So that completed both missions for me. And if I'd been in the AMX 1390, I wouldn't have managed to do that. I wouldn't have been able to survive long enough to spot him for long enough. Those 2 shots which I survived at the end allowed me to spot him and get this mission. So that's something you either need to be able to hide better, use more camo, not be spotted, survive for that little bit longer so you can do the spotting for your team, and have a big enough gun to get the secondary mission, or use HESH, high explosive, or you can't light it with HESH, high explosive, something like that, that'll take some things tracks off and be able to get you the secondary condition for the mission and get you that extra token so you don't have to go down the extra tech tree to get the Stug. So let's have a look at the next screen. Right, the next screen, yeah, as it shows 0 damage and only 290 XP. So I do no damage. It looks like I've been a useless player. Let's call up the detailed report. Right, shots fired 4, 2 hits, 0 penetrations, but I did that critical. Hits received 7, pens 5 where you'd expect it's got no armour. But it got 2 non-penetrating hits from 2 of the toughest tanks in the game with the best gun, the IS-8 and the 4502. It was... You wouldn't expect that, but it did. It soaked those hits and bounced those hits, and it's just phenomenal. So even with using all those consumables, I still came out of the game with only lost 5,916 credits. With premium, without premium, I'd have lost 14,823. So that's it. That's what I did to get those missions completed. So let's have a look at the tank that I used to do it. And this is it, the spahpanzer Ru251. Tough enough to do it, good enough view range with a good enough gun to deal that critical damage to your opponent, so you get the final mission. So yeah, and that's it in a nutshell. But yes, again, thank you to Polybius for asking for a review of the STI, or the ST1 some say, and the IS-4, and I'll get on to doing those very soon after I've done the other missions. And thank you very much for watching. I've been Rich911 or Rich911, doesn't matter which, and good hunting, and see you soon, and thank you for watching.